Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I have a great news for Farming Tale fans and those of you that are interested in Farming Tales. New Waxchester is live officially as of technically yesterday. I gave it a few hours, I guess almost a day before I made this video because I just wanted to see if they did any tweaks or anything because there are a few bugs. I'll make sure that you're aware of those as we're going through. But overall, everything is looking awesome. I can't complain at all. It's looking great. What we're going to do in the video today is I'm going to show you a few of the new items that are in the farm, and then we're going to go ahead and jump into the multiplayer mode in Farming Tales New Waxchester. So we won't do the tractor race today. We'll save that for another day where we'll just do a bunch of tractor races in a row. But let's go ahead and talk about this. When you first log in, be aware that the download of the Unity app for this particular build is going to take a little bit of time. So be aware of that. But once you get all the way in there, this is the screen that you're going to get. You have your farm that you can go to. You have the multiplayer New Waxchester. And then you can also do the single player New Waxchester. So if you just want to go in there, craft your items in New Waxchester, don't really want to deal with everything else, you can go into solo, or you can go ahead and be a little social. You can't really talk to anyone. I think that's something that's coming down the road, but it's something definitely worth checking out. This is where you can go ahead and do the tractor races with other people. The one thing that you should be aware of is neither of the new Waxchesters are available through mobile. They're just too big. Your phones can't handle it. They're just too giant. But so we're going to go ahead and go into this. Let's start off with right away with the farm. I'm going to show you a few of the items or a few of the new things that are in game and show you one of the bugs that's currently in place. So once you log in, it looks very similar to before. There are a few changes. For example, over here you're going to see a wallet. If you're using Wax Wallet, you go ahead and make sure you have your Wax Wallet attached to that. Everything else from the wallet perspective looks similar. Once you're in here, you'll notice the bug. You'll probably notice the bug right away if you're not familiar with it. There should be a barn right here where you can sell your products. They are in the process of fixing this issue, but one workaround that you can do right now is go to this little box right here, and you'll see this is different also. There used to be the green circle that goes around. Now it's like a sparkly, nice looking thing. So if you want the barn to appear, you just go here, click E, and it's going to magically appear. And then just go out of that. Do not remove your barn. Do not do anything with this. Just exit right out of it, and you'll see your barn right there. And now you can go in your barn and you get and sell any products that you may have. That is one of the bugs that's currently in place. They are going to resolve it soon, so maybe by the time you're watching this video, it's no longer an issue. Just wanted to bring it up. All right, the other item is they've added a number of new things. They've added the vineyard, which is right here. The sparklies on the other side. This is where those few, I think there's only like 60 of these in game. This is where you stake your vineyard. If you have a hemp field, you want to go ahead over here, and this is where you're going to stake your hemp field. I already have mine staked. I've already been producing some hemp. And then last but not least, the big question that I'm hearing a lot is where on earth is the cat? If you have a cat and you haven't staked it yet and you just can't find where it is, it's actually right inside the building. It's right inside the house. You go right in here, and there you go. There's your cat. I already have my cat staked. That's as simple as it is. Those are the major changes that are in the farm. We didn't expect much, but now we're able to stake those, which is great. But the one thing that everybody was super excited about is New Waxchester. So you can either go to New Waxchester through the screen that I showed you before when you're first logging in. If you want to go right to New Waxchester, you can. Or if you go over to the ranch, basically the driveway leading out of your ranch, you'll see a sparkly thing here. Go ahead and go on that, hit E, and you have the option of solo and online. If you do online, you need to set up an account and you need to log into your account every time you go into that. It gives you your username and so forth. I already set mine up. The one thing I have to caveat, just in case you see a warrior lion running around New Waxchester, that is not me. I went to select warrior lion, someone had already taken it, so I'm not sure who took it. If you see warrior lion gaming running around New Waxchester, that is me. So I am Warrior Lion Gaming. Come say hi, come jump around me, let me know you're there. I'm sure we'll see a number of you as we go through here. If you go in solo, you do not have to log in. You don't have to worry about an account. You can go into New Waxchester, run around. There's no one else that you can see. It's just mostly for the account. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and log in and jump into New Waxchester. We'll jump ahead here because I don't want to show any of my credentials. All right, so we are jumping in here to New Waxchester. What I'm going to do for this video is I'm just going to do a run around some of the main areas, show you where they're at. You can jump in and do a lot of things yourself. This is where you start off. You can, if you want to go back to your farm, you just go ahead and scroll around here, jump in there, and it'll take you right back to your farm. Down the road, it's going to cost you something to go between the two. It might be some time to go between the two. They've been very vague with those details. But we're going to go ahead. If you want to do the tractor race, it's right here. You go ahead and here, you click on E, you sign in there. It is free for the first couple of days of New Waxchester. It will eventually cost something. Another tip, if you go into the solo game, there will be a tractor sitting right here, which is a great way to get around the town. It's not usually here for multi-mode. I'm assuming someone takes it or it's just not available. But if you go into solo mode, it's a great transportation around the town. So this is the track. Again, as I mentioned, I'm going to go ahead and do another video on the tractor race. You can see what they had to do as far as the graphic goes. Local or close to you is in very good shape. You can see it pretty well. In the distance, it gets fuzzy. As you get closer, it goes ahead and it renders so you can see it better. It's just because the size of the town is so large, and we'll cover some of it. There's a lot of it that's still not developed, and when I say developed, it's open land with trees that I imagine there's going to be some other stuff coming in. And there's a few sneaky items that you have to run around to find. We'll show you a couple of them here. So let's go ahead and run in here. First of all, just so you're aware, there's a shortcut across the river here. There's a little bridge that takes you over there to the factory. I'm not going to take that way, but in case you want to go that way, it is an option. You can run down here. And when I say the factory, I'm talking about that guy right there. So we're going to run down here, past the track, and then we're going to start looking at some of the buildings that they have here. I'm going to show you the main town center, and then maybe we'll run to the castle and do something like that. The first building you're going to see here is the sugar factory. In order to basically interact with these buildings, you go ahead and you drag there. Herb Farmer, if you're watching it, congratulations, you made the episode. And you just hit E. And what you're going to see is you're going to see the products that you can produce and what it takes to produce those. I don't have any sugar cane or sugar beet right now, so I can't produce those. But that's as simple as you just click how many that you want and click craft. Be aware the other bug that they're talking about right now is it doesn't update right away. So be aware if I go ahead and click on this, it's going to give me an error because I don't have it. But we'll see it in another building where it won't update. It won't take away from your barn. It won't show you the number that you've used. That's another bug that they're working on. Just wanted to make sure you're aware of that. We have a few more buildings over here to the right. We have the winery, a few other buildings that are really not being used right now. But I want to take you over to the main town center. We're going back. This is the path that we were on when we initially ran in. So you just keep running down this way. There's another building right here, which is, there's the winery. There's actually two wineries. And then we're going to cross this bridge, and this is going to take you to the bank area. I know there in the Discord there's a number of people that had some questions. Where's the bank? Just keep following this road. You're going to pass this little area here with the garden, and you're going to see this group of 4 buildings over here on the left. We have the town hall. You're going to go ahead and have the bank. That's where you're going to stake to get the new token. And these are the 2 new buildings, Rebus, and I think I'm saying that wrong, and Nefty blocks. So there's more to come with that. Jones, I know you watch my video, so hi. So if you want to go ahead and stake for the new token, just come over to the bank. And then you have the option of staking CBIT, or you have the option of staking CEST. I've already started staking some. I haven't staked a ton yet, only 14,000 CEST. I'm going to continue to grow that. I didn't have a ton because I was putting it all in my other staking to get CBIT so I could make sure I could feed my farm. So we're working through that. We're going to keep adding to that. The distribution for this new token is going to happen 7 days after launch. So at the time I'm recording this, it's going to be 6 days from now. Probably by the time you watch it, it'll be 5 days from now because I think this will drop on Friday. So that's how you go ahead and stake for the new token. You just go to the bank, follow the road. It's the main center of the town. Pretty easy to get there if you know how to get there. So there's some other buildings over here. that you can go ahead to use for production. Vamp is here at the tailor, so let's go ahead. I don't think I have any wool to go ahead, but you can make yourself some farming tail t-shirts. No, I don't have any wool. I crafted all mine this morning, so I haven't harvested anymore. More down this way, we've got the butcher, which is going to give you a couple different styles of meat. So you got the sausage and you got the beef. Again, I don't have anything to produce, but it's as simple as clicking on it and going. And then you just explore around here. There's a bunch of different buildings. The one thing I do have to caveat is there are some buildings that you would think would be active, but they are not active yet. The carpenter's one of those. I've been trying to get rid of some of my wood, but it doesn't look like that's active yet. Yep, still not active. There's some other ones where I think one of the fish markets good. Here we see the butcher. We just went to the butcher, a different butcher. And this one's not working, but the other one was working. So just keep in mind that they have two of each building in the town. Some of them are active, some of them not. They'll all be active at some point. I think they're waiting on some of them to be auctioned off. This is a neat area that I wanted to highlight, Old Waxville. If you go in here, it's a bunch of little houses. I think what this is going to be is this is our chance to have a little house in town that we can decorate and make our own. They've hinted at that in some of the AMAs. Not sure what all it's going to take to get there or what the timing around it. But I did want to highlight that a lot of people have been asking about, are we going to have a home within Waxchester? That is. There's a section that it may be. The other thing just to keep in mind that you cannot swim in the water, you cannot jump in the water, but it looks pretty cool. More to come on that. I think they're still working on the details for that. Let's run around here. I encourage you to explore. If you go to some of these you see some of these pathways kind of leading off what you would think is nowhere. There's a couple cool things that I've found so far that aren't being used yet, but they will be used in the future. Let's run up here. If it takes me too long, I may jump ahead, just so you don't have to listen to me just ramble. But if you go up these paths, you'll see some cool stuff. And I think this is the path that I found yesterday. I'm really curious what is going to be up this way. So let's see if this is the right one. Wait for it. All right. Like I said, there's still a lot of space. This world is ginormous. They've definitely built it for expansion, which is really neat to see that they are planning to do a lot of different things with it. I've been running for a minute here, and I still have not hit the wall. I've not hit the end of the path. So there's a lot of space to continue to develop. Let's keep running around. I think it's up here. I may be wrong. If it's not up here, we'll probably clip this out. But I'll let you know. It looks like there's paths to other potential towns. Yeah, I hit the wall there. Maybe it's up this way. Yeah, let's keep looking. But I instead of dragging you all through this, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward. So I'll be right back. All right, I've been running probably for another minute or two, but I found the path that I was looking for. This is one that hasn't been announced yet, and I just kind of stumbled on it running through these different paths yesterday. It is a far corner of the village, but if you run up this path, there is a temple. There's a temple that leads to a portal. So something's definitely coming with this, and I might start asking around because I'm not sure what this one is. But there's definitely a collab, and there's definitely going to be a use for this because they wouldn't have put this amount of time in here if there wasn't a use for it. So there's a temple. That's pretty cool. Let me just show you. You can't go in the portal yet. I tried yesterday, but maybe sometime we'll be able to go in there. Let's go ahead and keep looking around. What I'm going to do is I'll probably skip ahead just to save you all some time. I'm going to run over to the castle where I'll go ahead and show you that. So hold on one second. I'll be right back. All right, we are back, and I just wanted to show you kind of where we're at. We're back on the other side of the river. Right, you remember when we first walked in here, that path that we went up, past the tractor race, past the sugar factory, and the wineries, and then we went across the bridge. Instead of going across the bridge, you hang a right, and you go towards the mountain. And what you're going to see is this little path that goes up the mountain. and then you're going to keep going up there. There's a building here. Where is it? You're looking for these flags. There it is. You're looking for the red flags. You see the red flags will lead you right up this path, and it's going to take you up to the castle, which is a cool design. Awesome addition to New Waxchester. There is a awesome collab that's also going along with this. It's not available yet, but I can let you guess. Can you guess what kind of collab it's going to be? A castle game. Yes, it's going to be Metaverse Castle. Check out this castle that they have added in here. You can run on in here, and you can run around it. This door's not open yet, so you can't go in there, but you can run around the path side here. And just give you a spoiler alert. That's all I'm going to say about that one. You can kind of guess where we're going with that. But there's a neat thing that's across here. I haven't been back to it since the new rendering's in place. But you can climb up here and come out on this rock, and you can go ahead and take a look at all New Waxchester. You can't jump off. Can you? No, you can't jump off of it. But you can see the amphitheater that's down there, which I'm sure they're going to have some events that are going on. You see the giant windmill. You see how far it stretches. You see it doesn't render all the way. Again, that's to try and save space because it would take up a ton of your memory for your computer. But it gives you a nice view of New Waxchester as far as how massive New Waxchester is. And again, this is the castle, so you can go ahead and take a look at the castle itself. The other neat thing is they do have times of day. It's not just daytime all day long. It will get dark. It does get dark. So be aware of that. There's some paths that have lights on it, some don't. So you kind of run around in the dark. You see that the sun is going down now. I'm not going to stick around for the actual nighttime because it gets super dark, especially for a YouTube video. But this is my first look at New Waxchester. As the sun's going down. What are your thoughts? Have you gone in there? Did it meet your expectations? It absolutely met mine. It is huge. The time it took and the work it took to put this together with all these different parts and just how it looks, phenomenal. So I want to thank the Farming Tales team and everybody involved. Y'all did a great job with this. There's more to come. I know it. I'm super excited for all the little games that we're going to try in New Waxchester. It's looking fantastic. It is by far the best metaverse multiplayer. And I want to stress metaverse, meaning multi projects are going to be connected to this, both play to earn and also real world. So it's neat to see all this together. Definitely encourage you all to take a look at it. And I hope you all have a great day. I'll talk to you later.